As of late, there seems to be a question on who belongs in this country. Who belongs here? Well, my colleague, the Reverend Liz Weber, has created a litany of belonging so that we can be clear about this. Who belongs? Your line is, we all belong together. Will you try that with me? We all belong together. If you are an immigrant or a migrant, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are black, brown, an indigenous person of color, or white, no matter what the color of your skin, you belong.
We all belong together. If you only speak Spanish, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are a person of faith or a person who claims no faith, you belong.
We all belong together. If you are unhoused or homeless, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are poor, working class, or on public benefits, you belong.
We all belong together. If you are trans or non-binary, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are any stripe of LGBTQIA+, you belong.
We all belong together. If you have had an abortion or are seeking one, you belong together.
If you are immunocompromised, chronically ill, or disabled, you belong.
We all belong together. If you are a scientist or a public health official, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are a teacher, a librarian, or an artist, you belong.
We all belong together. If you support equity, you belong.
We all
belong together.
If you yearn for justice, you belong.
We all belong together. If you are looking out for your neighbor, you belong. We all belong together.
If you are in this for the long haul, you belong. We all belong together.
Because all of us, all together, belong, we all belong together. You belong. You belong here. You belong here. Reverend Morgan Schmidt, who is our guest today. You know her, you love her. Morgan's the executive director at the Red Cross. She started Pandemic Partners. She is a minister. She is a friend. And you have grown to love her here as well. So we welcome Morgan this morning. We welcome you this morning. And if you're curious if you belong, I have the list of things you have to do to belong. Are you ready? That's it. You don't have to do anything. You belong just by being you and by being here. We all belong together. And we welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Central Oregon this morning, where we come week after week to proclaim the power of love, and we arise with a curiosity of what that love might look like today. We are thankful for this day that we share together. We are thankful. Sir?
Please join us in body and spirit as we sing, We Give Thanks. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for the gathered here and those far away, for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for gathered here and those far away, for this dream we share with love and care. Oh, we give for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this world we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
Good morning. I'm Joel Pitney, and I'm going to do your chalice reading this morning, and my wife Laura and son Jackson are going to be our chalice lighters. Our chalice lighting words are by Catherine Callahan. As the chalice is lit, let us come together into the sacred space we have created. Let the cares of the day fall away and know that here is a place for quiet reflection, for a pause in our lives, for breathing into our true selves. Let what is said and felt here add richness to the dimensions of our lives and spiritual practices. We are strong together in community. We share the experience of being human. Let the warmth of the chalice lit during our time together connect us and carry us into the world.
Please stand as we sing our chalice response, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Good morning. My name is Amy Brock, and I'm the Director of Religious Exploration for Children and Youth, and it is time for a time for all ages, so if you're young or young at heart, we invite you to find your way to the rug. And while they're coming, this month we have been exploring how we build belonging, so I invite you to think of an image, some kind of image that represents belonging to you. Could be an object, could be something in nature, like what is like one thing that represents belonging to you? I've learned so many things this month about how we can come together and belong.
Yeah.
Feel that belonging.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Did anybody think of something kind of cool, really cool, you're not sure if it's cool, that reminds you of belonging? When you think about belonging, what does that look like, feel like, sound like? Yeah. Like Legos! That's a great
Legos.
example of belonging. Yeah, there's always space for Legos to be together, for sure. And we can make all kinds of things with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought of the sun.
the
That was
sun.
my image.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody else have one that they want to share? Nature, yeah. In nature, all the things belong. There's ants and animals and leaves and grass. All the things get to be together in nature. That's so cool. Well, our story this morning is about one thing that reminds me of belonging. It's about an umbrella. It's called the big umbrella. By the front door, there is an umbrella. It is big. It is a big and friendly umbrella. This umbrella likes to help. It likes to spread its arms very wide. It loves to give shelter. It loves to gather people in. It doesn't matter if you are tall or hairy or plaid. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. But the amazing thing is that there always is. There is always room for everyone under our big umbrella. Could we go back to that last slide? Would that be okay? Yeah. So I want to invite you to take a look at this for a second. There's always room for everyone under our umbrella. And I'm noticing in this picture that there's all kinds of beings. What kind of beings do you see under this umbrella? What do you see? There is an octopus on land, and there's room for them under the umbrella. Yes, what else do we see? What do you see?
A giant duck.
A giant duck. There's room for giant ducks under our umbrella.
I see a big blue mohawk.
There's a slide in the background. Looks like it's like it looks like this.
Yeah.
It looks neat, yeah.
It does look really cool. They have a fun slide in the background. Yeah, there's all kinds of beings, and there's always room for them under their umbrella. Kind of like when we come here. We're all kinds of beings, and there's always room and space for us here, wherever we are exploring together.
Absolutely. I kind of like thinking about imagining that red umbrella over our entire sanctuary, over all of us.
Yeah. And we are going to take that spirit of belonging with us, I think, when we go to explore to our different spaces today. But before we go, we need to say the Children's Covenant. In this place, I am kind. In this place, I am loving. In this place, I am a friend to the earth and all animals and people. In this place, I am loved.
Please make an arch for our kids as they head out to our religious exploration program. As you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go, as you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go.
Good morning. My name's Laura Pitney, and I'm the engagement coordinator here at UUFCO. And this morning, I was reading about awe, and I want to share this with you. Rabbi Sharon Brous says, I try to remember that wondering about another person is a path toward wonder. I want to be carried away by the human experience, by grief, and by love. And I thought of us here and all of the things that we do, and I thought, I wonder what happened this week through everything that we do here at UUFCO, and I'm going to need your help a little bit, because part of what I want to do is I want to see what happened, and I want you all to see some things that happened. So please help me. Standing up please, if you participated in a small group this week that was part of UUFCO, stand up. I need bodies. Yes. Stand up if you sent an email to someone about a committee question. Keep standing, keep standing. Stand up if you helped share love in the world through rehearsal. Oh, there are some people over here. Maybe rehearsal for the house band, right? Stand up if you thought about another person in need or who's hurting. Stand up if you showed up here today. Look at us. Look at the love we bring into the world through what we do here. So you may all be seated. And I want to share just a few little highlights of other ways that you may not know about to continue connecting. Right after the service in this room over here, Linus Pauling, is the Women's Connections group. You may stop in there to learn about what is happening through Women's Connections. Ask questions, share your ideas. If you are interested in small groups for parents and caregivers, Amy Brock, who you just saw here, who is the Director of Religious Exploration for Children and Youth, is having small groups every third Sunday, and you can talk to her more about that. And if you are curious about membership, what does it mean to be a member here? There will be a series of classes, 2 classes, starting at the end of October, and you can find out more about that in the ACE, or you can speak with me. The ACE is our weekly newsletter. If you don't know about the ACE, you can sign up for it. You will get all of these announcements and more through that newsletter, and that can be, the sign up for that is at the kiosk outside. Hold on. There's a special announcement coming soon from the land of Oz.
I know I'm supposed to be thinking about something. Oh, I know what it is. It's the auction. I am thinking of the auction, the annual auction on October 17. I know it will be great, but I don't know what to donate, 'cause I haven't got a brain. Oh, I could tell you how to make the auction the best, but my brain is just a mess, full of thoughts that make no sense. I would not be just a nothing, my brain full of stuffing, my heart full of pain. I would know what to donate to make it really great if I only had a brain.
Hello, Scarecrow.
Hello, Verlene.
Oh, you seem so sad. What's the trouble?
I don't know how to help harvest the love, the annual auction, because I haven't got a brain.
Well, I can tell you how to help.
Oh,
All you need to do is contribute something that folks would like to bid on at the live auction October 17th from 5:30 to 8:30. or on the online auction starting October 18th, going through October 20th. At the live auction, there will be food, music, dancing, childcare with food and a movie for children, and auctioneer Joel. Joel, would you please wave your hand?
Ooh, an auctioneer! Woo!
What do you think you could contribute, Scarecrow?
Stuffing. I got lots of stuffing.
You'd fall apart.
Oh, how about corn? The corn is as high as an elephant's eye.
You're in the wrong musical, Scarecrow.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as...
Nope, not that one either. Never mind, it's not important. What is important is that you register online on Auctria, that's AUCTRIA, get your special number, and the auction committee will take care of the rest. They'll be at the table today in the gathering hall with these cards and registration information and flyers with the email for submissions.
Great! I'm off!
Off to where?
Off to join the auction, of course! I'm off to join the auction, the wonderful auction of us. Because of the wonderful things it does, I'm off to join the auction, the wonderful auction for us. See you at the table.
Yeah, I've got nothing to follow that. I'll just say, if the ushers would come forward, we will now take our morning offering. Each week, this congregation shares its joys and its sorrows and its gratitudes, except for this week. This has only happened one time in my 8 years here, but there are no joys, sorrows, or gratitudes from our kiosk today. But we know that there might be joys and sorrows and gratitudes in our own hearts. So if you'd like to light a candle for that joy or sorrow, please feel free to do so. And the rest of us will just take a moment to breathe. Have a moment to breathe. Get to take a moment to just breathe and be here and be present and remember. Remember your body. Remember your breath. I'll invite us into a time of spoken prayer. We'll follow that with a moment of silence, shared silence together. Spirit of life and Spirit of love, mystery of which we are a part, we find ourselves somewhere among this vast universe, incomprehensibly big. This universe that we are a part of, each of us. We are so small compared to the expanse of those far-flung stars. So small. And yet, we are. We are here. We are alive. We are breathing. Each of us. A unique expression of this thing called life. No one truly knows what's going on. And yet here we are. So for this one moment, know that you are loved, that you are safe, that you are whole, and know that you belong here. Here among us, here upon this earth, in your body, however tired or broken or full your heart may be, whatever the joy, the fear, or the anger, or the lightness that you carry, for this moment, just know that you are not alone. Feel the presence of these other people in the room who have gathered here to love and to be loved, surrounding you, breathing beside you and with you, discovering the ways that we are together in hope, in harmony, in curiosity, in mystery. In this moment, fully step into and claim your place here. And with that, allow yourself to feel a resilient freedom. You can choose to love over and over and over again. You can allow your heart to fill with gratitude for so much, for each other, for this earth, and for this rising and falling breath. Again and again and again.
This reading is by Brene Brown from Braving the Wilderness, The Quest for True Belonging and the Courage to Stand Alone. She says, "Stop walking through the world looking for confirmation that you don't belong. You will always find it because you've made that your mission. Stop scouring people's faces for evidence that you're not enough. You will always find it because you've made that your goal. True belonging and self-worth are not goods. We don't negotiate their value with the world. The truth about who we are lives in our hearts. Our call to courage is to protect our wild heart against constant evaluation, especially our own. No one belongs here more than you. True belonging is not passive. It's not the belonging that comes with just joining a group. It's not fitting in or pretending or selling out because it's safer. It's a practice that requires us to be vulnerable, to get uncomfortable, and to learn how to be present with people without sacrificing who we are. We want true belonging, but it takes tremendous courage to knowingly walk into hard moments. True belonging is the spiritual practice of believing in and belonging to yourself so deeply that you can share your most authentic self with the world and find sacredness in both being a part of something and standing alone in the wilderness. True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are.
For our anthem today, we can build a belonging through a physical connection with each other by joining hands across the aisle. I invite you to join hands as the choir sings, if you feel inclined and comfortable to, with a neighbor on either side of you. If you aren't comfortable holding hands, I invite you to just place your hands in your lap or just send air high fives to the neighbor across. You may stand if you want to connect across the aisle, or stay seated and send your air high five energy. I invite you to listen to the words that given to us by George Ann Weaver that the choir will sing. The hand you take across the aisle may not be one you know, but listen to its story before you let it go, before you let it go. It may be soft, it may be small, or may be warm or cold. It may be large or rough or hard. It may be young or old. It may be young or old. That hand like yours has clapped with joy, but also clenched in fear. It may have grasped or pushed away, or wiped a small child's tear, or wiped a small child's tear. Oh, hands that cover an anguished face or strike anger, to reach out to feel a warm embrace, and reach for your hand too, and reach for your hand too. All hands have held the bread of life and wiped the crumbs away. The hand you hold within your own feels just like yours today, feels just like yours today. The hand you take across the aisle may not be one you know, but listen to its story before you let it go, before you let it go.
Before you let
All right. So rather than invite Morgan to preach a sermon, I invited Morgan for a conversation.
It's the start of our podcast.
This is the start of our podcast. You saw it here first. We're hatching it. Yeah, and we've been talking about belonging all month, building belonging. And, you know, the idea of belonging goes all kinds of places. In seminary, the Reverend David Bumbaugh was one of my professors, and he said to us one time, I think the most important theological question we can ever ask or wrestle with is this: to whom or what do we belong? To whom or what do we belong? And if you can find out that, then you can find your place in the world of things. So, Morgan, when you hear the word belonging or belong, where does your heart go first? What comes up first for you?
I think I think about improv, comedy.
Okay.
Doesn't everyone? Just immediately.
No, yeah.
I think about I would say probably the central tenet, not that I'm an improv comedian, but I like them and I try to learn from them. But one of our great saints, Tina Fey, says that it's the both and of improv that it allows for the belonging to happen even in a skit, but it's that element of both and saying yes. Right. Yes to the person with you, yes to yourself, yes to being a part of the whole of all that is. Yeah. And so that's where I go immediately. Yeah. I know you weren't hoping I would say that.
Yeah, that's great.
It's about time I had a chaperone when I've been here. So thank you for being here.
So where's a place in your life that's shown up that you have felt that sense of belonging, that yes and?
Yeah, I mean, and to me the ultimate of yes and I've joked here before that I think every pastor has just one sermon really in them, and so for me it always boils down to love. And some of the places I've felt the deepest sense of belonging is where I know that I can be fully myself, show up just exactly as I am without feeling the need to be on or perform, and to know that I will be held in love.
Yes. And you know that these people, a kind audience, they are, for sure. Yeah, and it makes a big difference to be held in love and to know that you don't have to get it right all the time. Thank God, because I don't.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. No, this is the great thing about, talking on this topic is we're suggesting that authenticity lends itself to belonging and that love is all a part of that and up in the mix. And so you and I, just by being authentic, we're hitting it.
That's it. All right.
Yeah. Nobody can be like, oh,
we're
man.
Nailing it.
Nailing it. Yeah.
Just by being ourselves and being here.
Do you have places where you feel like you particularly belong, or like core memories or moments of belonging that come to mind?
I have a group of friends up in Hood River, and they're all like brilliant, talented musicians. And they are so good. And I'm not, and yet they are so inclusive. And they invite all of us to play despite our skill level. And so it is this open-hearted community and environment, and because of that, I can show up authentic, and I can grow and learn, and I don't have to be as good as them, but I can explore and begin to find out like who I am. And one of those guys, his name's Henry Fields. He's a brilliant guitarist, and in this idea of authenticity, he said one time, when he realized he stopped trying to be a good musician and tried to figure out who he was as a musician, and it shows. This man plays his guitar, and in a wildly unique way. No one plays like him because that's who he is. Yeah. What about, okay, that's nice and rainbows and unicorns when you do belong.
All right, all right.
What about when where's the place that you don't belong, or you have felt
Oh.
excluded or non-belonging?
Oh, I mean, let's see. I can't think of much. I mean, I have been a middle school girl.
Yes.
I've been a woman in ministry,
Yeah.
a woman in politics, and a woman now in emergency management. So nothing comes to mind.
Nothing.
I don't want to brag,
you
but
belong everywhere. Yeah, you belong everywhere.
No, there's been a couple of places. Sometimes I process out loud, even in moments like these, which I realize is not always convenient. But I think even in those moments, which we've all had, I'm sure, where you walk into a room and you think, oh no, these are not my people, or this is not my place, or I don't have what it takes to take up space in this place. That didn't need to rhyme as much as it did. But even then, I think, you have enough of those painful moments over time, enough of those moments where you feel like, man, I just wish one person might have gone out of their way to welcome me in an authentic way, or to let me know that I was safe in that situation. I'm still learning, but one thing that has taught me is to, no one's coming to save me in terms of my own belonging. I have to bring that with me. I have to trust that I am worthy of belonging, even if the rest of the room might be telling me otherwise. And I think the truth is, and I hope maybe if you take nothing else from today, you belong in every room you walk into.
Yeah.
You belong in every room you walk into.
Wow. And it's like Brené Brown said in the reading, no one belongs here more than you. No one belongs here more than you or less than you. But it does feel good when people help you feel like you belong.
Oh, it feels so good.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have coffee hour after, right? And coffee hour is perpetually one of those places where sometimes people might feel like, where do I belong here? And the power of somebody just coming up and saying, hi, it feels like belonging.
Yeah.
It feels like belonging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had those moments of not, because you're like pretty cool in my eyes.
Thank you.
Have
That's nice of you.
Have you had moments or experiences of and what do you do in those moments of feeling like you don't belong?
Well, it's like you said. Then you have to find something inside of yourself to ground in. Man, I was a whitewater guide one summer.
Cool, like I said. See?
And but I was with all these other guides, and for some reason, it was in college. For some reason, I just didn't click with these dudes, and I just felt on the outs, like all summer. They all came from the same school, and they were just wired a little different than me, and then I had to default to, okay, if it's not with them, then who's it with? Oh, it's with me. And I just had a lot of time hanging out with me that summer. And so I belonged to me instead of with them. And it worked. But yeah, it happens. It happens. Do you think, then, that belonging is something that we create amongst us? Or is it like there and inherent and we have to tap into it? Like, is it something we do, or is it something we unveil?
We didn't even plan this, but yes and.
Yes and.
Yes and.
Yes and.
To both, I think. There's, I think my view of this world and this existence that we're all a part of is that we're all deeply interconnected. In my faith tradition, and I've gotten in trouble for saying this. There's one professor that probably disowned me and thought I was going straight to hell. But if I had only one line from the sacred text of the Christian tradition, it would be the simple verse and phrase that God is love. And to me, that can sound kind of trite and butterflies and rainbows. But if you start to see the world as anything that has anything to do with love, has something to do with the sacred, has something to do with God, has something to do with the divine, then the world opens up in front of you, because I see love everywhere. Even if I'm the awkward one in the room who feels out of place, you can still observe around you, whether it's in nature or in watching people interact or in meeting a dog. Every single moment where you come into contact with something of love, you're coming into contact with something sacred. Right. And so I think it's inherent in that way. It's in all of us, and that's the thread that kind of weaves us all together. And I think it's for us to help each other illuminate. We're not alone in that. But we can help each other feel connected, help each other feel that sense of belonging, create a community where that's right. Central and held sacred.
Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Yes, and. Yeah, so we talk a lot about love here. And sometimes I get scared that we talk about it too much.
Ugh, love.
I mean, seriously, every once in a while, I'll say to myself, or I'll hear myself, and I'll think, are they going to get tired of me talking about love? Because I talk about it a lot. But it is kind of our operative theology here.
And it will wreck you.
It will wreck you?
Yeah, love will wreck you.
Yeah. There's that side.
Right? It's also very difficult, the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think in no small part because to love is to then become vulnerable, because love is an open thing. And so when we are loving, then we are risking.
Right.
We're risking.
Right.
And it's a wonderful, lovely risk to do. So in your tradition, then ultimately God is love, then what's all this other stuff? What's all the bad stuff then? If God is love and love is all, then what do we do with all the bad stuff? Why is there bad?
Oh, just this. We didn't say we were going to answer why there's bad.
No.
But we can do it. Why is there bad? Wow. Thank you for coming.
This is
thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
The problem of evil. Yes, this is no small
okay, we're going to get
thing.
into the problem of evil. To me, and I don't want to say I speak on behalf of Christendom, because I'm pretty heretical in some corners of Christendom.
You're in good company.
Thank you.
Yes,
this is where the heretics gather. Thank you. There's a... Okay, I'll say this. Many corners of Christendom would say it's an issue of, you've probably heard the phrase original sin, where we have a creation story that suggests, of course, a woman made a choice that immediately turned the beauty of creation into Gotham City with Button Apple.
Right, with Button Apple.
And so we have this lore that says people, no matter what, when you're born, you're behind. You're already real bad, and you spend the rest of your life begging, pleading, praying, trying to do everything quote unquote the right way in order to become good. And I don't think it's a stretch to suggest that theology has maybe messed some things up. Yeah. On an individual and communal level. So I don't know that serves us, but what has served me, even in thinking about that story of creation and quote unquote the fall, is the original text suggests that it wasn't so much a matter of an apple or temptation or suddenly it becomes Gotham City, but that humanity, or maybe the woman in the story, grasps for this apple, which is symbolic, not of they call it like a tree of knowledge, but the text says something like, I went to seminary, but it was a long time ago. So it says something like, you will have the knowledge of good and evil, and you will be like God. If you eat from the tree, you will be like God. And to me, to become like God is to become like love. And so I love the creation story, and I don't see it as a fall of people, maybe a woman initially, reaching for an identity that was already hers, but then also chosen to be like love. And I don't know if that answers your question of the problem of evil, but I think that if we see ourselves as inherently good, inherently striving to be like love or the divine or the holy or God, whatever your faith tradition or belief system is, then that serves us.
Absolutely. Yeah, more towards that love, which would be life generating, which would be life giving. It is loving. And we all belong here. No one belongs here more. We all belong. And I think one of the most fun things about that is we're all here. That's how we know we belong. Yeah. Because we're here. It couldn't be any other way. Yeah. Alan Watts, the Zen philosopher, he says if any of us were to be plucked out of the universe, the entire universe would cease to exist because we are here and we are part of it inherently, and we're all connected. So imagine that. If you didn't exist, the universe wouldn't exist. And yet, here we are, strangely enough, in this gigantic universe. And we belong. So to go back to Bumbaugh's question, to whom and what do we belong? There are many different ways to answer that. But I think one way to answer that is we belong to each other inherently because we are all here. So there's this reciprocal belonging to one another because we all showed up here. And if we belong to each other, then, that's from Christendom. What does the Lord require of you, right? If we belong to each other, what then? What does that mean? What's implied if we belong to one another? What are the implications of that? Or what are the directives of that? Or what do you do with that? If I belong to you and you belong to me, and we all belong to each other because we're shared humanity. But, yeah. And if we belong to each other, and I think we do, then there's responsibility to that. And it might be in doing justice, or it might be saying hello to somebody at coffee hour. Something that small, right? But that is a way that we belong to one another. Yes, and. So then what is the difference then? You said if you go into a room, so what is the difference between then belonging in that room or fitting in that room?
Yeah. I'm sure you all know I'm an expert at fitting in. Just kidding. That's not true.
Fitting in?
It's never been true.
Yeah.
I think, and I'll steal some more from Brene Brown on this one. I think the difference is that belonging is being somewhere that you want to be, where you're also wanted. And fitting in is being somewhere that you want to be, but they don't care about you one way or the other. Or there's these conjured litmus tests for whether or not you fit the bill. But I think in belonging, I get to be me, and in fitting in, I have to be like you.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't invent that phrase. I want to be real clear.
Yeah, that's it.
And the pain is going to be there either way.
Right.
I think there's pain in, but it's shorter term and maybe liberating the short term pain of showing up as yourself in that vulnerability. I had to tell somebody yesterday at a picnic. She walked by me and we made awkward eye contact not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then she kept walking and I was like, oh no, that was a bad one. And I had to circle back and be like, I was super awkward earlier and there was nothing to it. And she was like, I was worried I did something weird. And I was like, no, I was being weird. And then we had this beautiful human moment, because I was willing to be like, man, I don't know what just happened in that vulnerable place of just this is me and I'm a mess in the world. Or we can have that, I think, much more long-term sort of chronic pain of suppressing ourselves in order to be accepted and pretending to be somebody we're not.
Right. And then this process then of claiming, discovering, and being who we are. And that's why communities like this are so valuable, because it's not always apparent, for me at least, who I am. It really is a process of becoming, and that can happen in a space like this. And we are a covenantal community rather than a creedal community. And so one of the things we say sometimes is, all are welcome here, but not all behaviors are welcome here, but all people belong here. And then it becomes relational, and it becomes a conversation around what that belonging can feel and look like.
So there is a checklist, or?
Is what?
So there is a checklist, or?
There is not a checklist.
Not a checklist.
There is a relationship.
Yeah,
yes,
that's beautiful.
There's a relationship.
That's a beautiful thing.
Well, Morgan, if this was the beginning of our podcast, then we shall go forward from here.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that you are here. You belong here. And you belong everywhere you go, I think. I'm grateful for you and for your friendship and what you teach me about being yourself and belonging.
Thank you. That feeling is mutual, and it's mutual with all of you. I'm always honored to be in your midst and feel like I can show up as my full self, messy and awkward and everything in between. So thank you.
Messy and awkward is how we like it. Yes. All right. Thank you, Morgan.
Sorry, being a little messy right now. Our closing hymn, His Blue Boat Home. Please stand as you're able. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun I sail and moon my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, the great winds urging me on. Greet the infinite sea before me. Sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms. Never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue bowl home.
Please remain standing as we say the covenant of this congregation, our promise together of how it is we hope to be in that relationship with one another. And we'll invite you after the covenant and after benediction to stay for coffee hour and maybe even say hi to somebody at coffee hour. And we invite you every day at 2 o'clock to join us all wherever you are for 2 breaths of calm. Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
That is a beautiful benediction as I can think of, but as you go from this place, may you practice radical kindness towards yourself, offer yourself a radical sense of belonging, because there is no room that you can walk into where you do not belong, just as you are. And may we take that sense of belonging that we offer ourselves, that radical kindness that we offer our own heart, and extend that to one another, even if it's awkward and messy. And may we continue to use our sense that the belonging is beyond us, that it connects us with all that is, to see that wherever there is love, there is something of the holy, and we can bring that sense of love and care into the world around us and be a part of building the world that we dream of, not only for ourselves and our own belonging, but for all people. So may you go in peace and belonging, my friends. Amen.